What's going on? This gonna be about Rolling Stone's racist behind saying that this album here is the 12th greatest album ever. This is Michael Jackson's classic Thriller. It's an old school tape. Some people don't know what that's like. Yeah, I had copies. You can't possibly with a straight face say that the album that produced 7 out of 9 hit songs is only the 12th best album ever. Rolling Stone is just as racist as his media is out here. They've always had a vendetta against Michael Jackson. They hate the fact that they had to call him the King of Pop. They hate the fact that his record company told them that if y'all don't put him on, that you are going to lose all your acts on Sony Music. No videos. He changed the game with music TV. And this album changed the game for black pop music. It is a blueprint. Now, Off the Wall is in classic too. But Thriller, I'll tell you like this. Thriller, yeah, shoot, it's like The Godfather 1 and 2. Take your pick. But Michael Jackson knocked it out the park. Okay? This here, I can give you Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life or Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. But if you ain't got this album between 1 and 3, and you know good and well, whether you rock Michael or not, and a lot of you did, a lot of them out there did, they hating or they don't want to play, they want to play it off. Can't even acknowledge. You can't escape this album. You can't. This album was the way you make a popular album. Michael co-produced this album with Quincy Jones, and he set his foot in it. Who else do you know want to be starting something with a Swahili chorus? Who else did that? Beat It, anti-violence song. Well, real gang members in the video. Eddie Van Halen on the guitar solo. And the rock guitar solo on black radio in the early 80s, which is, pop radio accepting it? Think about it. Billie Jean changed the game, okay? Human Nature did that one with the Toto Cats, but that thing was smooth as butter, okay? Girl Is Mine, it's a standard pop song, but he did that with Paul McCartney from the Beatles. Come on now, good and well. That's a smooth for what it worked. The title track, Rod Temperton, the late great Rod Temperton wrote that, and for Halloween and all that. But that song still be standing out. It's still kitschy. You take a song like Baby Be Mine, which Rod Temperton wrote, or PYT, which James Ingram wrote. Both those great talents both passed. Those songs could be like the blueprint for New Jack Swing if you listen to the groove. A Lady in My Life, which wasn't a hit. PYT was, by the way. Lady in My Life, which Rod Temperton won, was a smooth jam. But you ain't gonna tell me that an album that had 7 out of 9 top 10 songs, and he was the most dominant artist of his time. And you watch them award shows, he was battling himself. And some old racist Rolling Stone gonna come out and say this is only the 12th best album ever? Are you tripping? That's why, That's why people who don't understand what it's like being black in this country, like how biased they are, how hateful they are, and what they will do to downplay significance. And they've done it to this man. And they had some sellout people like Oprah and some of these other sellouts in Hollywood try to diss on him. This is a standard album. And I ain't buying about no Eagles, even though they were a very good band. The Eagles ain't seen no Thriller, okay? Ain't none of them. Ain't nobody white seen no Michael Jackson's Thriller. I'm sorry. You need to just let it go. He dominated the whole game. Still dominating beyond the grave, and they hate it. Try a smear campaign, try to kill him off, dead or alive. But he came, he conquered, he saw. He wasn't of this universe. This album was not of this universe. I'm going to tell you something how big this album was. This album is like everybody got a cell phone today. Everybody had Thriller back in the day. Okay? That's how big this album was. This album was like having a cell phone today. Or is when you think about an album that spoke to all different styles and influences and backgrounds and inspired so many people. And he did the thing. He came huge on this record, okay? So yeah, I take exception to some old racist rag magazine that ain't counted since Saturday Night Live counted. Ain't nobody care about no whack Rolling Stone. It's just something that's just kind of there, okay? And they get some sellout tokens to write and contribute, but anybody with half a brain know this album. You can't have no greatest album conversation and don't have no Thriller up in there. You can't do it. Shoot, I can tell you verbatim how impactful this album was, how it triggered. You know, it was like South Africa on the radio back in the early 80s. We white racist radio stations wouldn't play no black artists. And Michael Jackson opened and bust the door wide open. He put his foot all the way in it. And he paid a price. Because I tell you something, crossover, you got to give up so much. And the powers that be was hating on him. Obviously later when he bought the Beatles and all that, and all the smear campaign that old racist Tom Mottola and all that, Sony faked on him. But this guy here single-handedly saved the game. And you see how the level of diss that they put on him? This here, to me, is the GOAT album. And he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Pound for pound musically. Ain't nobody else flipped the game like Michael Joseph Jackson from Dirty Gary, Indiana. You better recognize and you better put some respect by his name. And if you mad that Rolling Stone only had his album at number 12 in the greatest albums of all time, drop them comments down there and let's talk about it. And write them a nice, long, lengthy hate letter to call them on their racist, hating ways. That's my thoughts and takes. Feel free to give me your thoughts in your comments. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And I do welcome new subscribers and debates on this. And you know Michael Jackson came and he conquered and he dominated. And you know what time it is. I'm out.